Day for 2017. It's great to have all of you with us. It's a great time of the year, and of course, obviously our team is all here now. The guys have just gotten in over the last couple of days and had a workout, and they'll have another one today, and of course, we'll be on the bus then tomorrow morning, right, guys, for Charleston, South Carolina, where they'll start their road trip to open the season to Charleston and Greenville, and they'll be back here to open the home season on Thursday, April the 13th, and everybody here is very excited about that. But we want to introduce the team to you today, and we'll do that here in just a few minutes. But first, to bring his words of welcome, I'd like to present the Legends President and CEO, Mr. Andy Shea. Andy?
Thank you, Keith, and thank you everyone for being here. We're very excited. We've got a lot of great things coming up at the ballpark and with the Lexington Legends this year. The Lexington Legends are entering our 17th season here in Lexington, and we're very proud to state that on the opening day of Major League rosters this year, we had 17 former Legends in the big leagues, as well as 4 homegrown Lexington, Kentucky players in the big leagues. And that's something that has been part of the Lexington Legends mission and bringing baseball to Central Kentucky since day one. We've got a lot of great things going on at the ballpark this year. Starting off with, we've got about 40% more fireworks shows this year for a total of 22 shows, including 3 Mega Blast shows. And our Mega Blast shows, each one will be the biggest show that we've ever had at this ballpark. Every Tuesday at the ballpark is our dollar days. Hot dogs will be $1, popcorn will be $1, ice cream sandwiches $1, and Pepsis, all for $1 each. We're one of the first organizations, believe it or not, to have a Coach Calipari bobblehead. And not only are we doing one, we're doing 3 this season. So that'll be a can't miss opportunity. And then in conjunction with that, on an additional day, we're also doing a specialty jersey for the Calipari Foundation, where we'll be raising funds and recognition for the Calipari Foundation that Coach and his wife both have started and operate. Additionally, with the Cal bobbleheads, we're also doing a bobblehead of former Morehead State star Kenneth Freed. This year, for 6 home games and for 4 games on the road, with our rivals, the West Virginia Power, the 2 teams will be renamed, the Hatfields and the McCoys, based off the infamous feud between the 2 families that all started over a pig. And as a very new pet pig owner, I know how that stuff goes. Along those lines, we are having the very first ever Pig in the Park this year to go along with our famous Bark in the Parks every Thursday, along with Thirsty Thursdays. So every Thursday, bring your pup out to the ballpark. Opening day is always a very, very special day, and it's a one of a kind. It really is, especially in our world, it is a holiday. And this year it'll be extra special because through our Stash Tank program, we've partnered with Bryan Station High School for them to bring all the festivities, the activities, and frankly, just the added fun to our opening day. So as you can tell, we've got a lot on our plate, a lot going on. Could not be more excited for the season to start. And April 13th, first pitch at 7:05. Appreciate y'all being here and looking forward to seeing you at the ballpark on the 13th. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. The Legends will be led by a new manager this year. Scott Thorman will be in his first year as manager of the Lexington Legends, but he's been around the Kansas City organization. He managed at Burlington the last 2 seasons, was a bench coach there the year before that, and a lot of the guys who are here today to start the season in Lexington played for Scott in Burlington, so he is familiar with them and they with him, and we'll look forward to seeing them work together again in Lexington this year. Scott was a first-round pick by the Atlanta Braves back in 2000, played in the big leagues with the Braves in 2006 and 2007. Later played for the Royals organization at the Omaha affiliate, 2009 and 2010. He's a native of Canada, and some of you may have followed the World Baseball Classic recently. Scott played for Canada in the 2006 World Baseball Classic and in the 2008 Beijing Olympics representing Canada. He resides in Kitchener, Ontario now, and we are pleased to have him in Lexington to manage the Lexington Legends in 2017. He'll make a few remarks about the team and introduce the guys to you. Scott Thorman, our manager.
Thanks, Keith, Andy. We're extremely happy to be here working with the Legends. The Royals are very honored to be a part of this great community, and we look forward to a great season this year with a very exciting young team. We have a few returning players We're looking to jumpstart and start strong, and we have a whole bunch of new players with their first full season of professional baseball at the single A level. So we're excited to get started. I'll introduce the staff first of all. Hitting coach Jesus Asuaje, pitching coach Mitch Stetter, and intern pitching coach Carlos Martinez, bench coach Glenn Hubbard, athletic trainer Sabahiro Hagihara, and our strength and conditioning coach John Irvin. All our players will be available today after the press conference for interviews and anything you may have for them. They're happy to be here and excited about the opportunity. Starting with our pitching staff, Garrett Davila, Andre Davis, Travis Eckert, Gerson Garabito, Garrett Gavin, Ofredi Gomez, David McKay, Julio Pinto, Scheller Walker Scheller, excuse me. I've been getting it wrong for 2 years now, so we're not going to change anything this year. Vance Tatum, Jose Veras, Jace Vines, and Nolan Watson rounds out our pitching staff. Catching this year will be Nick Deeney, Maybruce Valoria, and Mark Sanchez. Infielders Ricky Aracena, Gabriel Cancel, Angelo Castellano, Chris DeVito, Manny Oyoke, that's Oyoke for future reference. The L's make a Y sound, right, Manny? Oh boy. Emmanuel Rivera, Amalani Fukafuka, Martin Gasparini, Khalil Lee, and Court Peterson. We have young players. These young men are from all over the world. We play Kansas City Royal baseball, and we're very proud of that. We're looking forward to a great season. We have an energetic young bunch of players, and we have a lot of fun. We get our work in, but we have a lot of fun, and we ask these guys to bring their best effort every day and let the chips fall. These guys have done that. We had a great spring training, 6 weeks of intensive training in Arizona. These guys are happy to get out of the desert and be here in Lexington. And we can't wait to get started on Thursday and then get back for our home opener. So I'll leave it open to the questions with the players. And Andy, what do you got, Keith?
Well, we'll wrap up the kind of the formal portion of the program here. Thank you, Scott. And we'll again remind you that Scott and all the players, coaches will be available here for the next several minutes to do any interviews, answer any questions that you might have. If you need any assistance with anything, you can see me or any of the Legends staff, and we'll try to help you connect with the player or coach that you would like to talk to. If any media need any materials or anything, you can see me or see Sarah Basso. Be glad to try to help you out, and hope you had a chance to pick up credentials too. Those were back there at the table on the way in. So again, welcome, and again, this will conclude the formal part of our program. We appreciate all the guys being here today, and again, they'll be around for a while to talk with you whenever you wish. So thanks very much for attending today.
The first one, we're gonna do it almost once a home stand or a home series when we play West Virginia. So we will be wearing them this first weekend. Yeah, so it's fun. It's something we're very proud about. That is, we love. I mean, we genuinely have always. We're called the Lexington Legends, but we are Central Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky, and Southeastern Kentucky. So it is the definition of an infamous story, and whether you know it a lot or you know it a little, a lot of people have heard of it. And so us being able to rename ourselves that with the feud and with the rivalry that we already have with the West Virginia Power would be a lot of fun.
Right on, yeah, that should be, I think people will really get a kick out of it.
Awesome, good.
The cow bobblehead thing, do you have any idea what the variations are going to be on those yet? Or
Basketball, but fun. So we wanted to have fun with it. That's the key. I know he's such an amazing person. He was so amazing out here last year. And so we really wanted to, by all means, have his standard looks that we probably can all look at if we close our eyes and think about him on the sidelines. That said, we wanted to have a little minor league baseball fun with it as well. So we hope to be announcing and publicizing the designs really any week now.
We're excited to open another season of Legends baseball. The Legends will be on the road for the first 7 games of the year, and then back at Whitaker Bank Ballpark on April the 13th for the first of 70 home games. We're always excited at this time of the year. We get to meet mostly new team. There are a lot of new faces this year, guys who have played at Burlington or Idaho Falls in the Kansas City organization over the last couple of years, and then some familiar faces coming back as usual too. Usually 5 or 6 players are back from the previous year's Lexington team. And among those will be Martin Gasparini, who played shortstop for the Legends last year. We expect to see him in the outfield this year, as Ricky Aracena is here, and he'll be playing a lot of shortstop for the Legends. So watch for those two players. We have Mabris Valoria, a catcher, a young catcher who did extremely well at Idaho Falls last year, had a breakout year, and was the most valuable player in the Pioneer League and led the league in hitting. So he's a prospect that Kansas City has its eyes on, and we'll look forward to seeing him in Lexington this year as well. On the mound, Gerson Garabito is back with the Legends. He pitched very well in the second half of the season. Julio Pinto had some strong outings for the Legends last year, and he's back here at the start of the season too. So there's plenty to build on the mound, and in the field we look to see some exciting baseball in Lexington at Whitaker Bank Ballpark, and we'll all get started here in just a few days.